Hello everyone, the Sapphire Lark here. Today we're going to be talking about Meat Cleaver Mutilator, Puppet Combo's 2016 horror game. I recently played it, so check it out. It'll be linked in the upper right hand corner. So first, let's start off with the backstory. To start off with some backstory, Janet is having a terrible weekend. She drives into the city for a low-budget horror movie as her next gig. While there, someone slips her a sedative, and she wakes up cold and alone in an abandoned apartment building. She wonders if it's real life or if it's just another audition. Next, we're going to be looking at gameplay. It starts with Janet in some sort of closet. She walks out and explores the building. She heads into some sort of abandoned supermarket and finds a pocket flashlight. She continues to search around, being able to find things like ammo, a compass, and first aid kits. You can also find a knife. Eventually, she enters through a room and falls 2 stories through a hole. Her fall is broken by some mattresses. In the room over, she finds a hammer. Walking through that area, Janet finds a rubber glove in the bathroom in the shower. In the same bathroom, she uses the hammer to smash the mirror. Continuing through the area, you find a pistol. Once coming out of that area and returning to the supermarket in the bathrooms, Janet uses a glove to get a key out of a slimy toilet. Janet uses the key to unlock a room leading to the screwdriver. She used the screwdriver to unlock the vent, and the vent leads to an area with a puddle of water infested with live wires. Janet heads to the lobby and turns off the electricity on the 4th floor. She then gets through the puddle to a room with a wooden plank. She uses the wooden plank to get across a gap to a sectioned off part of the apartment. She climbs over and is greeted with an exit door. Before she leaves, the mutilator ambushes her, and after killing him, she escapes. Now we're talking about characters. There are only 2 people in this game, Janet and the Mutilator. First is Janet, who is a Caucasian woman in her early 20s with crimson red hair and a ponytail. She wears a white swimsuit, oversized glasses, and black ballet shoes. Not much is known about Janet. She came into town looking for work, specifically an audition for a low-budget horror movie. While there, she had a drink that was sedated and passed out. She wakes up in an abandoned apartment and is unsure if the audition was real or if it was to lure victims to the Mutilator. Janet and the Mutilator are themed after the children's story Little Red Riding Hood, with Janet having the red hair and the Mutilator wearing a wolf's mask. Janet and Margaret from the glass staircase are the only protagonists who succeed in killing the antagonist. Janet also shares assets with Nancy, the antagonist of the Lost Puppet Combo game, Burnt Alive. And then we have the Mutilator. He is a tall male with a brown wolf mask, a red jumpsuit, and brown boots and gloves. His eyes turn red when alerted by Janet's movements, and he uses them as spotlights when hunting her. He emits a high-pitched wolf-like whine, similar to a stressed wolf whine. Again, not much is known about the Mutilator. He occupies the apartment sometime after March 8th, 1981. It is not clear whether the Mutilator staged the audition, or if he just used it as an opportunity. He has a fixed starting point on the map, and will roam around looking for Janet. If he detects her, he will deviate off the path to find her. In the original version of the game, the Mutilator was a Satanist who kidnaps 2 spring breakers to torture and murder them. Also, the Mutilator and Dr. Edward Sullivan are the only villains that can be killed by the protagonist. A fact about Meat Cleaver Mutilator is that there was more of the game planned, with the apartment being only one part of it. The game was intended to be a whole city, but it was scrapped, and most of the assets were used in Puppet Combo's next installment, the Night Ripper. The Crackdown section of the Night Ripper is streamlined directly from Meat Cleaver Mutilator. Similarly, the map ended up being expanded and reused in the Riverside incident. That is all for this analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.